Hey, it's time for another Dish with D. That's me. Today, I thought we'd talk about tracking. Yeah, I'm not the best tracker. I'll be honest. I'm better than I used to be, but not as good as I should be. That's an interesting concept, isn't it? Yes, tracking. Now, the whole reason we track, obviously, is to keep within our points and to know what we've eaten. Because let me tell you something. You don't realize how you mindlessly shove food down your throat. And the calories that are in that food. You think, oh, it's a handful of nuts. You know, is that what a handful of nuts is? Oh! I mean, a quarter cup of almonds is 5 points. So you could have a half of that in your hand, which is 3 points, and you're thinking, that's a lot of points. Just mindlessly eat. And let me tell you something, they didn't fill you up. So tracking keeps you honest, it keeps you accountable, it keeps you mindful, it keeps it, you realize you know what you're eating, you know what you can eat, you know what you should eat. I mean, I get 23 points a day on WW, 35 weeklies. No, it's not enough. I'd love to have more, but you know, it is what it is. I started with 25, and then I went down to 23. That was on the freestyle system when it was points plus and yada yada. They all changed. It was 35 at one time. It was 28. Everybody had 28 on the last. I think it was Smart Points. I had 28. Oh, it's miserable out today. I'm in the Northeast, and it's like our third day of stinking rain. I don't know about you, but I am not a duck. But tracking, back to tracking. Yes, tracking is important. It really is. I mean, you know what you can eat, like later in the day. You know what you have points left for. I mean, you could pre-track. Some people pre-track. This way they know what they're... I'm not a pre-tracker. I'm not a pre-anything. I'm a live-in-the-moment kind of gal. You know? I don't... Oh, look at this huge truck. Because... I do what I... Yeah, go right through the red light. Give me a chance to turn. I eat what I'm in the mood for, which is why I don't plan things, because I don't know what I'm going to be in the mood for that day. Of course, I'm cooking for everybody else, but it's all about me because I'm the one doing the cooking. So I'm trying to get better at that because it's basic stuff: chicken, fish, beef, pork. It's not rocket science, you know. You just, hopefully plan it. So I'm trying to get better. Have I gotten better? Absolutely not. I stink at it. I buy all the stuff. I got the menu planner. I got the cute little book. I got the stickers. I joined the group. I do everything I'm supposed to. And do I do it? No. But I'm here to tell you that I will always try. And that is the best you're going to get from me. And the best thing you can expect from anybody is at least that they're trying. I haven't tracked my breakfast yet. I know I had 2 points. I will go into work. I sometimes try to do it, but why I don't is I'm on social media in the morning updating my Instagram with I posted my picture of my food this morning. If you don't follow me, WW Denise M on Instagram. You should, because I post mostly my breakfasts. My lunches are mundane. They're okay. They're standard lunch. It's not something you couldn't think of. But my breakfasts sometimes are pretty creative, and they're just really delicious. I think my favorite meal, is breakfast. I don't know why. Because I'm probably my most hungriest at breakfast. And my breakfast food is awesome. Not that I'm bragging, but it's awesome. I mean, I have avocado. Today I had an avocado toast. 2 points. It was a point for the bread, a point for the avocado, 0 for the hard-boiled egg, and there is a little balsamic. No, I did not count it. Don't hate me, because I'm just not doing it. I'm not. That's why I have weeklies. That's why I have to make sure I have leftover weeklies to cover my little things that I don't count. And yeah, I do. There's a few things that I don't count. Yeah, I'm a rebel when it comes to stuff like that. But but it has to, whatever works for you. If you're anal, I don't mean the word anal, but if you're very by the book and count every drop of food, then by all means count it. I mean, that's how you work. This is how I work. I've been successful this way. Of course, I'm not a goal yet. So how successful have I been? Well, I have 18 points. I have 18 points to go. 18 pounds to go. So it's not as close as I've ever been in my whole life. So yeah, I'm in a new place. So I'm trying to track better. Back to tracking is what this video is about. When I put my breakfast in, when I get to work, I will pre-track my lunch because I packed my lunch. I pack my lunch every day. It's just easier. It's better to keep on plan that way. I mean, there's an occasional time where they buy us lunch or we order lunch, and I know ahead of time where we're going to order and what I'm going to have. But today I'm having a yogurt parfait because I didn't feel like salad, and it's weigh day, and I always like to have something a little bit lighter for lunch from weigh day. I have a doctor's appointment right after work, so my breakfast is going to keep me. I don't even need to snack when I have my breakfast. That's how satiating they are. They're usually between 2 to 4 points, occasionally a 5 point. Usually it's 2 to 4 points my breakfasts are, but they're so good. Yesterday I had a hash waffle, and I threw a little cornmeal or corn masa in a tablespoon. I didn't count because a tablespoon. I'm not counting a tablespoon, but I put in the waffle. No, I shouldn't say waffle. It was a hash batter. It was a 2 ounces of hash browns, which I measured. Very important as well. A tablespoon of Trader Joe's fat-free mozzarella, 0 points. An egg, 0 points. And the cornmeal, which I counted as 0, which it's a tablespoon. Mixed all that. I got 2 waffles out of that, and I had saved one because I really knew I wasn't going to need both. But it makes 2, and I just knew I wasn't that hungry. So I put the waffle, the hash waffle, with a little cornmeal crunch, with some salsa, non-fat Greek yogurt, and a very little avocado. It was not even a point's worth, so I was a little bit stingy, but I just didn't want to count it, so I didn't put that much. And I had 2 eggs with it. Oh my, you have to look at it. That's that beautiful. It was that delicious. I sat there, needed a cigarette after that. That's how good it was. It was awesome. Awesome. And that kept me full all morning, and I dreamt about that waffles last night. It was good. It's my Mexical breakfast. I don't like runny eggs. If you like runny eggs, that would have been really awesome on there, but no, I'm not. I don't know. I just am not into the whole runny egg thing. It just grosses me out. But back to tracking. I tracked it. I will track my lunch when I go in, so I know today I've probably had 2 points, so I'll have 0 for lunch. I do have some boneless, skinless chicken I've cooked up, 0 points. I might have one of that when I go home before weigh-in, and I'll probably have a hard-boiled egg, which I 0 for weigh-in. But then I will go get weighed in. I will have my dinner tonight after weigh-in because I'll have to use up all the rest of my points, which will probably be like 18, 19. I'm going to go home and have a 19-point dinner, and that's going to be awesome. I don't know what it is. I didn't track it. I didn't think about it, but I don't know what I'm going to have. I have to think about that. Do you have any leftovers? I'm a big leftovers person. A lot of people aren't. That's again a whole video should be on leftovers. How awesome leftovers are. I know some people don't like leftovers, but that's a whole other video. Back to tracking, and you should track your water. Water's another video I'm going to cover, but this way you know how much you drink. Weight Watchers, I think it's 60 ounces you have to drink a day. I believe it's 60 ounces, but I don't drink that much. I didn't bring any today, but I usually make an unsweet tea. I count that as water because it's unsweet tea, and it's ice and water and tea, and yeah. I'm trying to get better with my water. I saw a water bottle online that I asked the company if they would like me to represent them. Because I want to start being diligent with my water, so that would be like a good incentive for me. And I have tons of followers, so they could see the bottle and it's not that expensive. I think it was like $18 or $16, but it has like this infusion thing, and it has like I liked what it had on the side. It had all the little numbers. I guess it's the ounces or cups. I don't remember. I have to look at it again. But you know what? Why not start with somebody like me who's new and she's trying to learn how to drink, and if this helps her, and you can help other people. Why am I going off topic? Back to tracking. You should always track your water. I think so, anyway. You should definitely track. Some people track 0 point foods. I don't. I personally don't. I don't have that many of them because they scare me. That's been a whole other video. 0 point foods make me nervous because they still have calories, so you cannot gorge on them, obviously. So I always say, you tell somebody with a weight issue, here's a 0 point food. Yeah, well, you know what that means? That means that's why a lot of people have gained on this freestyle, because they have a problem with food. I have a problem with food. So to sit there and say, hey, these are 0, have at it, but really not have at it. But they're not really coming out and saying that to a point. And I think with some people you have to spell it out that way. Like you can only, I think they should market like maybe 12 points of 0 point foods a day. Probably why I should track it, but I know I don't have that much. I'm too afraid, so I don't feel the need to have to track it. You know, that's just me. But you know what? If you need to track it, then by all means, track it. You gotta do you, boo. That's my favorite line, because if you're not doing your journey, you can't be doing my journey, because you're not me and I'm not you. You have to find, my leader always says, find out what works for you. And I do say that tracking makes you accountable to yourself, if nobody else. And you have to be honest with just you. You know, they're not going to care what you're doing. You're going to care, because you're going to see the results on the scale that you want, doing the right thing. So in the end, you're only fooling yourself if you sit there and not, oh, I'm going to eat something, I'm not going to track it. Who are you fooling? Nobody. Because the scale's going to show it, and you in the back of your head know it. So when you go there, you've lost at 0.2, and to think, if I just, you know, maybe scale back that thing I didn't track, I might have gone off to 0.4 or 0.6. I mean, I'm all for every ounce counts. You know, I always tell people when they say, oh, you know, what's your best tip sometimes? I'm like, one of my tips I'd say at my meeting when she asks me is, don't poof the little poundages. Like, when you go there, you lose 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8. You're like, oh, I wanted a pound. Yeah, we all want that pound every week. We all want that 1-2 pound. Who doesn't want 1 to 2 pounds a week? I do. But you know what? The reality is you're still down. And that's going to add up to next week's. And if they all add up, eventually you'll get 3-4 pounds off. You're like, wow, I didn't even realize I was losing that much, because they all add up. Everything adds up. And why are we in a rush? Where are we going? Nowhere. So you know what? Take your time. I mean, I know it's expensive. You know, girlfriend knows it's expensive. But the only way it's going to be sustainable is if you ease your, especially if you've, like me, have had this issue your whole life. You think, I'm going to pull this off and then I'll be like, okay, I'm all better. No, I'm never going to be all better. So the longer I ease myself into it and my body adjusts to it and says, no, this is what you're supposed to eat. This is what you're supposed to weigh. This is what you need, you know. And then I'm hoping that it adjusts. And I hope it says, yeah, this is enough. We're fine. We're happy. It hasn't said it yet. No, I'm still waiting for that. I'm happy yet. No, I'm full yet. No. I haven't gotten that memo from my belly yet. It still has not told me that I'm, you know, it's still telling me, oh, we want food. Yeah, I'm getting there. But I don't rush anything. There's no sense to, where am I going? Nowhere. So what's the point of rushing to go nowhere? Why am I so late? I don't know what it is with me. I cannot get my butt out of the house in the morning. Ugh. Oh, you like that too? Well, on that note, I just want you to try to track as best you can. If you track on your phone, if you track on paper, just don't track on your mind, because we forget. At least I know I do. And then I'll say, oh, I forgot I ate that, because I didn't write it down, I didn't put it down. I track on my phone, on the WW app. If you have iTrack Bites, you can track on there. I think MyFitnessPal you can track. There's so many tracking apps you can get that you don't have to get the WW online if you can't afford it. There's a lot of free ones you can get, or heck, just write it down on paper. Know how, you know, there's places to find what points are, and if you can't afford it, I get it. Just find a way to track, keep yourself accountable, because trust me when I tell you, the food sneaks up and the points sneak up. Before you know it, you're like, ooh, I'm out of points. What did I eat? And always, biggest misconception, before you order it, track it. Because you don't know how many points there are. Somebody once came up to me and she said, I didn't track, she didn't know how to use the app. She said, I went to breakfast. I said, well, what did you order? So I took her track and I showed her. She said, well, I went to Chick-fil-A. Okay, what'd you get? She said, I got chicken and a biscuit. I was like, ooh, chicken and a biscuit. All right. That was, I think, 15 or 18 points. Put that in. I said, oh, that's not too bad. She said, oh, no, wait, I had more. I'm like, oh. I said, what'd you have? She said, I had sweet tea. Really? A sweet tea on WW? That was 4 points. Put that in. Oh, and I had the potatoes. You had the stinking potatoes too? It's your first day on WW. You had. I looked at her. I went, put that in. It was 6 points. She ate her whole points for breakfast. Now, had she known that before she ordered, she might have done, I would hope have done different. At least got the unsweet tea and the stinking fruit cup. And I get the biscuit, because there's really not big of a, I don't think they do the grilled chicken for breakfast. There really isn't a lot of options, but you could have avoided what does your instinct tell you? Biscuit, bad. French fry, bad. Sweet tea, bad. That's 3 bad. Like, I thought, this isn't her first rodeo. So I was a little bit disappointed in her choices. But I tried to be positive, and I said, you know what? The best news is you have a whole list of 0-point foods you could have for the rest of the day. You can still have yourself a glorious dinner with some chicken and some veggies and some salad. So all is not lost. All is not lost on WW. So please pre-track, because when you're going to order something at a fast food place or anywhere you go, know what the points are. You know what you have. Don't be like, oh my goodness, I didn't know it was that high. We have the tools, use them. I know you're a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. All we can do is try. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscription thingy and then hit the notification bell to know when I upload. Welcome to all my new members who came over from my collab. Welcome to Dish with D. I'm so glad to have you here. If anybody has any ideas they'd like me to vlog about, please leave them at the comment section. Have a fabulous day. I will catch you tomorrow on another Dish with D.